All right, guys. Welcome to the Idiot Side Quest. My name's Leah, and
I'm Brandon.
that's Brandon. And so basically, this is our podcast. Every single week, we're going to be going over different random topics. So every single time, it'll be like a different side quest that you're always adventuring on and not focusing on the main quest at all and getting extremely distracted.
Yeah, we do that pretty often. Pretty often.
Yeah. So this week, I figured it would be fun to just start off with something light and do some pop culture character alignment charts, or figuring out where we think people would align, because that's always fun and that's easy for everybody to get.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just in case you're not aware, alignment charts are basically what people use for D&D or other RPG games. There's usually only 9, or there's mainly 9, and it kind of breaks down between lawful, good, and chaotic, evil. Great describe
everywhere in between. Everywhere in between that.
So basically, just in case you don't know how they work, there is lawful good. This one's basically like the Crusader. This person does whatever they feel like they need to, because based on their own code or society or laws, that's what they feel is the right thing to do. So that's basically what their motivator is. That's going to be like your Supermans and stuff like that.
And do you want to start running through kind of the puppy explanation as we go through it, so you don't have to come back to it?
Yeah, basically. I think there are a couple different examples of this that you can find online. I just know the puppy example. I find it pretty easy. So lawful good is basically, I save the puppy according to principle, like based on my principles. I'm going to save this puppy because it's a puppy and my principles say that I should.
It's cute. Kill a puppy.
Yeah. Who could hate a puppy, really? I guess some people. Okay. And then next down the line is going to be lawful neutral, aka that's going to be like your benefactor. That's the person who's going to do what they do because they think it's the right thing to do. So not according to, other principles that somebody may have put upon them, or like a moral code that they stand by. It's going to be what they feel like is right, down.
They're led by greater good.
Yeah, basically. So that person is going to save the puppy according to need. So if they feel like they need to save the puppy, they're going to save the puppy. And then next down the line is going to be chaotic good, aka this person is going to be your rebel. They're going to do what they feel like is right, regardless of society or law. So they'll chuck that out the window. I feel like a good example of this is V and V for Vendetta. Right?
I feel like that goes with a lot of hero characters throughout culture, but because they're kind of like the vigilante. Even if it's breaking laws, no, they're doing the right thing though.
I'm doing the thing. Do you wanna go down the neutral?
I have a very loose grip on how these work.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm learning with everybody else as well.
It's an experience for everybody. So then next down the line is going to be your neutral people. There is the lawful neutral, which I like to think of as the judge. They're going to judge you for everything you do. And their motivator is going to be that they do this to better society. So, I'm doing this because it's improving things. This person is going to leave the puppy to its fate according to principle. So they feel like, the puppy's in danger. I shouldn't interfere with that. Let life take its course. I'm just gonna.
That ain't for me. That ain't for me right there.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say so either. And then the next down the line is true neutral. Honestly, I just kind of view this person as the watcher. I'm not gonna get involved. I'm just gonna watch what's going on.
They're not playing any cards or hands. They're just there.
Yeah. So this person is going to do what they want because it benefits them. So they are going to leave the puppy to its fate according to need. So they need the puppy. Maybe they'll help it. If not, I don't know. They're just there to watch, my man. And then next down the line is going to be chaotic neutral. I kind of view this person as the absolute free spirit. They're just gonna do whatever all the time. And so basically the chaotic neutral person is going to do what they want to do because it's entertaining to them and it's going to be
there for a good time, essentially.
Good here for a good time, not a long time.
Okay, there we go.
And so basically they're going to leave the puppy to its fate according to impulse.
Okay.
And then next down the line is going to be your lawful evil, which I feel like is everybody's, you know, biggest gun-ho, like everybody knows.
Is it like, so what I understand evil as is essentially it's like edgy, right? Especially like lawful.
I'm edgy.
Lawful evil. I do this because, you know, I hate the way everyone else is doing. Look at how edgy I am.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty good
edgelord's domain. Okay.
Yeah, basically. And this person's gonna be like the dominator, like I'm gonna do this to spite society and law. Like
that's edgelord. It's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's edgelord.
Basically, and they're gonna kill the puppy according to principle. The society is wrong to me. I'm an outcast. I'm gonna destroy it. Is kind of how I see them. And then the neutral evil. This is kind of like a low-key criminal. You know?
Okay.
Yeah, they're
Regular
just,
dude.
Yeah, just a regular guy just walking down the street on a Tuesday. So basically, they do what they do to get revenge on those who have personally wronged them and stuff like that. So they're going to kill the puppy according to need, because I definitely typed that in wrong, but it's cool. I totally saved that. Nobody can tell. And then last but not least is chaotic evil. This person is going to be the destroyer if you have them in your D&D party. I
feel like that's like the role I always hear people want to do, but it's like the hardest for them to like stay in character and actually follow.
I would have to agree with that 100% because, you know, I would say most people aren't chaotic evil in their actual lives and stuff like that. So, you know...
You have to put yourself in like the character's shoes, like completely.
Yeah, a lot of people fall off that one, and you know, it's just really just going balls to the walls, random. So like this is like the Joker. Yeah, and he's gonna kill the puppy on impulse. Like, why did I destroy a hospital? Because I felt like it.
Yeah, why not?
Why not? Like, it's just a Tuesday. So yeah, do you have any more questions about the alignments or anything?
I think I have like a basic grasp on it that we can like start trying to like dig away. Because there was like a few of them where I was like, oh, I think I know a character that might be a little bit like that.
Yeah.
So
basically we have a list of characters for you guys, and we're gonna go down it, and we're gonna kind of, I guess, not debate per se, but kind of together figure out where we would align them, you know. Kind of have fun with it.
So like with the first one here, I'm gonna pull up pictures too, so that way we kind of have like something to like go off of here.
The fanciest podcast.
So fancy.
Yep.
Boom. Let's go with this.
Yeah, that'll match. Match like our color.
All right, there we go.
Yeah, fun.
Boom. First one is Luna Lovegood.
Yeah.
From Harry Potter.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about the character because it's like it's been a long time since I've steeped myself in the wizarding world of Harry
I
Potter.
can't relate with that, man. I've literally reread it like a month ago.
Jesus. Yeah, I read it as it came out and then I've seen the movies. But as far as Luna Lovegood goes, I definitely put her on the chaotic spectrum, maybe more of like chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I was honestly thinking about that at first when we were like first putting this list together, because I definitely feel like Luna seems as though she's like a chaotic character because she's just in outer space all of the time. But honestly, like after I started thinking about it, because when it comes down to like the power, like good versus evil and like the fight and everything, without a doubt, you know, like she stands by her friends, not really just based on her moral code. So I honestly, at first, I thought she was going to be chaotic good, but then once I like thought about her actions a little bit more, I think she might be lawful good. Or maybe not lawful.
Not lawful.
Maybe just
because like if we're talking lawful, like I think like Hermione Granger. Like the school's rules, I don't care. Like lawful, from my understanding, is like I follow the laws. Like exactly, I don't want to get expelled. Who cares if it's for the greater good? I don't want to get kicked out of school. That's the Hermione character. Luna Lovegood, she's got the quibbler, man. She's just kind of a weirdo. She's here for a good time, not a long time.
All right. So, what are we thinking then? Are we thinking?
I think. As long as it's on the chaotic spectrum, I still think like chaotic good to chaotic neutral, somewhere in there.
All right, I can compromise. We can meet there.
Okay.
Chaotic good.
Okay.
All right. All right, and then up next is a personal fave of mine.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no. Get typing.
Blap blap.
Is Dana Scully, which for those of you who don't know, like you.
Yeah, that's me. I don't know anything about this show. I just know the references.
I'm in so much pain. She's from The X-Files, which is a phenomenal show. And if you don't watch it, I don't like you.
I just know the theme song. That's it.
Actually, I probably shouldn't say that it's copyrighted.
No, who gives a fuck?
Oh, okay.
As long as it's not actually playing for long periods of time and
yeah. So you have no idea who this character is. So on a whim, just hit me with it. What does that beautiful, gorgeous ginger scream to you?
Lawful neutral.
Okay. I would say she's lawful good. She is very much so a goody two shoes. She kind of obviously.
She looks like a cop.
She is.
Probably shouldn't hit the desk with audio equipment attached.
She is a cop.
She is a cop?
Yeah.
Alright, she's lawful good. I told you I don't know anything about this character.
I would say definitely in the first few seasons, like straight up. Just
I guess does that say FBI right there?
Yes, it does.
Fuck.
I would say, her alignment kind of changes throughout the seasons, as one does throughout a campaign or stuff like that. But I would say more through and through, she's probably lawful good more than anything else.
Okay. Yeah, if she's a cop, lawful good. Well, I mean, I guess that doesn't go for all cops.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna type it.
I don't know about that. I didn't put Fox on the list, but I don't know if I would describe Fox as lawful good. And then
boom. Which one do we want?
Taking a left-hand turn. Yeah, let's go with that one. That was pretty good.
This is a pretty good one.
Is Courage the Cowardly Dog.
God, the foot monster, man.
The monster, man.
I feel like he's definitely on the necessity spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Like his actions, the things he does.
Because I need.
But yeah, but I would almost say, God, is he neutral?
Honestly, that's what I was thinking too. Like, I think he's just true neutral. Like,
because he doesn't want to do things.
No, he really does. He just wants to like chill with the.
But at the same time, I mean, this computer here, he researches things. He looks things up before they're gonna happen, like because he really cares about Muriel. Like,
yeah,
right here, he loves Muriel.
He's in Happy Town. He's loving life.
So it's like I don't know if that makes him like true neutral because he does have a party that he cares for.
Just because you have a party that you care for doesn't mean you can't be neutral.
But I mean, like, true neutral. I don't know if he's true neutral.
Honestly, I think he might be. Like, it maybe...
Because what were the different, like, types of neutral again? Because you have...
Yeah, do you want to actually pull up an alignment chart so you can have it for reference and we can split screen it?
Sure. Hold on. Alignment chart. Hecky
boy.
Yeah, those are just straight up.
Yeah.
Bingo.
Boom, baby.
There. Boop, boop. And that. Bloop. Little side segment. Probably cut this shit out. All right, I have my alignment chart kind of now. How do I freaking full screen this? All right, that's fine.
It's fine. It's good.
All right, so you have neutral good, true neutral, neutral evil. And so explain to me neutral good one more time. It's going to take a while for this to go into my noggin.
Yeah, so neutral good is going to just kind of, they're going to be the benefactor. Like they're going to do what they do because they think it's right.
Okay. The true neutral's a watcher.
Yeah, basically.
They're just standing there on the sideline, kind of making choices.
Yeah.
And then what's neutral evil?
Wait, what's what?
What's neutral evil?
Neutral evil. So that's going to be the like the criminal, basically. That's kind of how I view it. So they're gonna.
I don't know. I'm not sold on neutral good.
Okay.
I'm not sold on true neutral. I'm like on the fence between neutral good and maybe not even neutral good as much as like lawful neutral maybe.
Okay.
What's lawful neutral good?
Okay. So
I got too much ADD for this.
That's fair.
This is a lot to learn.
So
I did well in school, by the
way. Are you sure?
I think so.
Okay. So lawful neutral is they're the judge. They're going to do it to better society, and I don't think Courage really cares about society. He's a dog.
He cares about Muriel.
He cares about Muriel. Honestly, I think he's true neutral. Like
he probably is true neutral.
Because let's be he. Does he even really care about Muriel per se? Or is it just more along the lines of she feeds him and pets him? Does he actually love her?
No, he does, because it's his main catchphrase. The things I do for love.
Oh shit! I haven't seen
Checkmate.
Too long.
What the? How can you not remember that? I guess we could say true neutral. True neutral could work out for Courage.
It could. Only maybe though.
Only maybe.
Yeah.
Chances are we're probably gonna post this on YouTube too, so it's gonna be for debate in the comment section on some of these on these gray area ones.
D&D experts just roast me.
Absolutely.
Roast me. I'm ready for it. And then up next, I would say is probably the least neutral a person could be.
Oh my! Wait, who? What?
Oh
no!
Lovely Leslie Nope.
Leslie Nope.
Real-time typing.
I know. What's the name of their city again? Pawnee.
Yeah, is it kind of embarrassing that literally this week I googled to see if Pawnee, Indiana was a real place, and it's not. It's fictional.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
Oh man.
I mean,
I thought they would have based. I mean, if you base The Simpsons in a real city, why wouldn't you base this?
Well, there are towns called Pawnee, which led me to my rabbit hole of is Pawnee, Indiana a real city? And it's not. Which I feel like Indiana, you need to step up your game and make a Pawnee and get Leslie Nope.
I feel like that Zach Galifianakis gif right now where he's got the equations flying around his face. That's just me right now realizing that you're saying it's not a real place. It's so upsetting to me.
Floored me. So
lawful good.
Yeah.
There's no debate. It's lawful good.
Yeah, it's so cut and dry. The least neutral a person could be is Leslie Nope.
She does everything for Pawnee, nothing for herself. So it's for the benefit of society. And she's always trying to do the best for it.
She literally she's slugs off a sidewalk, which I don't know if I care about anything that much because I don't.
Yeah, I think if you were to actually make a chart to show the epitome of who's the perfect person to put there, Leslie.
I would have to agree.
Okay. Easy, cut and dry. After that Courage one, dodging a bullet there. Who's next?
Frodo, Mr. Baggins.
Frodo Baggins. Feet meme.
Oh, we should put the feet up.
No. Please. Frodo. Alright.
So honestly, should I shoot my shot first?
Shoot your shot.
Okay, I think he's neutral good.
Neutral again?
Yeah.
Oh no, what I click on.
Oh,
hey. Bingo. I'll live with it. Just kidding. I don't want these advertisements. Get the fuck out of here. I just wish I could you. Bingo. I already figured it out. I'm 2 steps ahead of you. Bingo, we'll just do this. Because
Okay.
I'm feeling lazy about it. No, where's my grabby hands?
Yeah, boy.
Bingo. Because all images are going to be right there. Who cares? Wait a second, I fucked it up. No, please. Be patient with me.
Hey, buddy.
Bingo. Okay. What'd you say? That's my side quest right there, is fixing the image to make the image blow up a little bit better.
So I think he's neutral good.
Okay.
Yeah, like he's doing what he feels like he needs to because he feels like it's the right thing to do.
He wants to help society, but he also needs to because he just wants to be a frickin' hobbit
Yeah,
in his little hobbit hole.
live in Hobbiton.
Hmm.
I mean, I guess like maybe.
You're gonna get really tired of hearing this throughout this entire episode, but explain to me what lawful neutral is again.
So that person's doing what they do to like better society. You know, like I might like this not might be something like that I want and like I need real bad, but like this is gonna be good for like the people.
And so did you say he's lawful neutral or neutral good?
I think he's neutral good, but I could see him as lawful neutral.
I think
But, like,
lawful neutral. Because he doesn't want to be there. Like, I feel like the good people, like they're doing it
Yeah, that's
for themselves a little bit.
honestly.
The neutrals are not there for themselves. But like Frodo is just like, hey Frodo, you gotta take the ring, and he's just like,
Sure,
holy
yeah.
fuck. He's just like, I don't want to be here,
Pass
please.
that baby off quite a few times.
I mean, Hobbits he needs Precious. I would put him more lawful neutral then.
Okay. All right.
Because I don't think Frodo wants to be like. It's been a little while since I watched Lord of the Rings, but like
He's a hero by force, not by choice.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he might move more towards the like the good side as this quest like towards the end of it. Because at the end of it, then he's like, you know, this is my quest. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing this because it's the good thing to do, and that's what gives him the strength to actually toss it in a Mount Doom. It's Mount Doom, right? It sounds like a really like cheesy name, but I'm pretty certain that's the name of the volcano he tosses it in,
How the
right?
heck am I forgetting what it? I think it is.
I think you're forgetting because it's such a cheesy name for a mountain to throw a ring of evil into.
This is embarrassing, honestly. I didn't think this through.
But like that's what gives him the strength to throw that ring in there. And so I think he starts lawful neutral, and then he might move towards lawful good. And that's like his small transition.
Okay.
It's not like he's making like your average player's transition of wanting to be chaotic evil, and by the end they're neutral good, and you're just like, you can't just swing all the way up there. Like that. That's not how it works.
Okay. And then next is Matt Murdock.
Someone I know nothing about. Oh my god, I already ruined it again.
Wait, really? You don't know Daredevil?
I've never watched Daredevil.
My guy.
No.
Wow, this is
No.
not the images I thought would come up.
Which one do you want?
Yeah. Oh no.
No. No.
Hey, yeah.
Alright.
It's good gift. You really haven't watched any Daredevil?
0. Absolute none.
Okay.
I'm really failing at this whole knowing my pop figures.
Pop figures,
That's true.
pop culture,
Yep.
people.
Any of the above.
All of it. So honestly, I would say chaotic good. I would say Matt Murdock's kind of more along the lines of like a rebel. He's kind of
Isn't he kind of like Batman? He's like a
Yeah.
vigilante for good, but he's also kind of a bitch that does what he wants.
yeah, exactly. I can't remember what they're called. Like
Vigilantes.
yeah, there we go. Vigilantes. I'm educated. Only kind of. But yeah, he's like a vigilante, so I would honestly see him as chaotic good.
You know what my response to that is?
Is it the GIF?
It's the GIF. It is absolutely the GIF. No, I could definitely settle with that one. This next one, though, I think there's good discussion to be had.
Okay.
Your girl, Cersei Lannister.
Did you end up finishing Game of Thrones?
Yep. Spoilers potentially.
Honestly, you're not.
Probably not like end spoilers, but.
But yeah, honestly, I think this is cut and dry. Lawful evil. Her only motivator is her family. She doesn't care about anything else based on her moral code and like caring about her family and caring about herself, like even more so than her family. Like I think the only thing she cares about more so than herself is her children.
What's the difference between chaotic neutral and lawful evil?
So chaotic neutral is, oh my god, I haven't like flip-flopped between this many alignments in a while.
You're gonna get a lot of questions.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I told you to come prepared.
So the difference between chaotic neutral and
lawful evil.
And lawful evil. So lawful evil, that's the
I have a lot of trouble like separating chaotic and evil.
Okay.
Like those two things running in different tangents next to each other.
Equals impulse.
And lawful equals
and lawful equals principles. So like these are my principles, like this is my moral code, or you know, this is what society and law tells me is right. Chaotic is just based on impulse. I don't really think Cersei is an impulsive person at all. I feel like she's very methodical and conniving, you know?
She is. But I'm trying to figure out like if there's any like change that happens within her as like the show kind of goes on. Because I mean, she definitely does everything for her family. Absolutely.
I would say like probably the most chaotic thing that she's done is blow up the Sept. Because that had some fallout in it. Double entendre, pun intended.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit that happens by blowing that up.
Yeah, a lot.
But she was also, I mean, she got, but she was imprisoned by them, like, kind of.
Yeah, but like
not good. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't blame her for it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think I can blame her on that one.
You can't blame her for blowing up a set full of like thousands of people, including her daughter-in-law that she kind of hated, but
yeah, she really hated. But like a lot of those people in there like wronged her. You know what I mean? Like I have a bigger problem with fucking what's her face flying around on a dragon doing, you know, bad things. I don't know if I should throw spoilers in there. Spoiler alert.
yeah.
She does not great things towards the end of it with like practically no principle behind it.
Okay. So this is called the Idiot Side Quest for a reason. We're gonna tangent off to another side quest really quickly. I want to talk about Daenerys.
Daenerys Targaryen.
So a lot of people were like, "Oh my god,
I'm gonna grab this.
Oh my god, why is she so evil? All of a sudden, where could this have possibly come from?" Dude,
a lot of places
happening like third season. Like she definitely has her like reasons to do things, but like she's done a bunch of shit that's just like that could get you in trouble, like crucifying people, which like I kind of get where she was coming from. They crucified children.
But they did it first though. They were crucifying the other people, so I'm gonna crucify them.
Yeah, I think you can like check history books. Usually an eye for an eye does not turn out well. It doesn't really work. You
kill the masters. Kill the masters. But no, I definitely it's she goes a little bit crazy long before then, but she's kind of a badass about it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because she kind of like gets you to be like on her team about things, and then suddenly she starts doing that to the people that you're like, wait, I don't think those people deserve it. And she's like, well, I've been doing this all along. You ain't got a problem with it until now, bitch. Okay.
Also, I don't know why she talks about breaking the wheel. Like, how? How are you gonna break that wheel? She never really got into it.
Essentially, the first 3 episodes of the last season, I was like, money. After that, things just
okay.
it goes lost on me. They just start taking U-turns and 360s, and then you end up at your end destination. And you're like, all right, this is where we at now.
Characters would never do. I thought we table this though, because I could have a whole podcast just ranting about Game of Thrones. Like honestly, on my YouTube, I saw a video called like season 8 episode 5 an unabridged rant, and I looked at the timestamp and it was 2 hours long, and I'm still meaning to watch it, but like I have a lot of words, which I'm sure most people do. But I vote we make that like its own episode, because I think we can go.
I don't have too many words. Because I would need to rewatch it probably. But if I rewatched it, I'd probably have words.
Okay.
But I'm definitely like, I'm a person that I could watch, like, say, I've been watching through JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, which is, iconic anime. But I mean, it's kind of the writer himself's fault, because he does the exact same thing, but they'll show an ability or something will happen, and by 12 episodes later, I've already completely forgot that it ever happened, and it's just, sometimes I feel like writers are guilty of doing the same thing.
Well, I mean, like on like sets and stuff.
But it's like it's right there in front of you when you binge something.
Yeah.
I haven't binged it really.
Well, I can't remember what it's actually like called in the industry or whatever, but there is, I think it's like I can't remember what the title is, but like there's a continuity person who is basically supposed to like know everything about the show.
Yeah, that's their job.
Yeah, to make sure that everything lines up properly, and like, characters' motivations and stuff like that make sense, which it does not.
See, most of the time, I know that job does. Usually it's like for set designing and stuff like that. There's generally like a plot continuity in the writers team, but even they kind of get outspoken, because a lot of the writers, it's like board meetings and they have them all the time. They get outspoken, but shit hits the fan.
Really arguing with the writers of Game of Thrones. Like, I mean, now
really.
they are.
I mean,
but at the time, like,
and the thing is, I'm not unhappy. I was okay with the end of Game of Thrones.
I wouldn't.
I could definitely be a person that'd be like, hey, it probably could have been better, but I'm not mad about it.
I wouldn't say I'm mad about the ending per se. I think I'm upset about the season as a whole, because I feel like if they had rearranged how some events went down.
Except for the Battle of Winterfell. The Battle of Winterfell. I love that episode.
Anyway,
I think that episode is a cinematic masterpiece, but we can table that for a Game of Thrones discussion. Well, jot that down. Game of Thrones discussion probably coming in hot.
So
Cersei Lannister. Lawful evil, probably.
Yeah.
Probably lawful evil.
All right.
I think instead of hopping to, let's just immediately hop then to another topic here, being the shithead himself.
Which, for those people who don't like Game of Thrones and didn't watch Game of Thrones, we apologize.
Look at that beautiful face.
Such a gorgeous boy.
Joffrey Lannister, the man himself.
I already have my opinion on this one.
I think he actually is like true chaotic evil. I think he's one of the few characters that like. It's he and. What's the shithead's face that cuts off Reed's dick?
Oh, Ramsay.
Ramsay.
Yeah,
I think Ramsay and Joffrey are probably the two main.
I'm not saying I justify it or that it's right, but I feel like Ramsay has a little bit more reason as to why he does the things he does. Most of it like stemming from the fact that he's a bastard and like wanting to. We should.
I think the big thing with Ramsay too, though, I think Joffrey's one of the ones that's true chaotic evil, because I feel like with chaotic evil, in order to be like true chaotic evil, you have to have no one pulling your strings. You have to be at like the top of a food chain.
Yeah.
And Joffrey, like no one controls Joffrey.
No, not even.
People try to, but they realize quickly that he is.
I mean, I guess
he's got issues.
Like Tyrion. I feel like Tyrion's like the only person who kind of like maybe made him be like, oh.
He maybe made like some like pushes on effect, but there's no control. There's nothing there controlling him.
I think we should go back up to This big boy right
Of course,
here.
of course. I saw the.
Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you at all. But I
While we're on
a people
while we're on a Game of Thrones rant, we might as well just get it all out of the way real quick,
yeah,
and then move on.
we'll give you like a timestamp to skip to or something, or somebody in the
Exactly.
comments will.
All right, boom,
My boy,
Mr. Lovable himself, Hagrid. Does Hagrid have a last name?
Yeah, Ruby, or well, Hagrid is his last name. His first name is Rubius.
It is Rubius Hagrid. All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember. It's been so long. Like I said, I haven't been in the wizarding world of Harry Potter forever.
Oh, the wizarding world is where I like to live.
Ravenclaw.
Oh, I'm a Hufflepuff, 100%.
Golden beer. But back on topic. Hagrid himself. He's on the good spectrum, I would say.
Yeah, I would agree. I would say he's neutral good.
I think so, because I think he kind of just does right by himself, right by his friends.
Yeah, and like,
but he doesn't really care for society as a whole. He cares like more for like nature,
like, especially when like the ministry is like going to shit. You know, he
doesn't really.
Yeah.
How does he side with the giants? I don't remember how that whole arc pans out.
Giant.
He's half giant, but like, does he care for giant society?
No,
he has the brother and stuff.
So when they started to recruit giants, I'm so sorry for everybody listening, but basically when they started recruiting giants, back like with the like first war with Voldemort, Dumbledore had recruited them beforehand. He had sent Hagrid because he's half giant, but you know,
he's like an ambassador.
Yeah, Dumbledore was the main person. Like most of the giants remembered Dumbledore being nice to him, and like that's why some of them were like, "Oh yeah, he's cool."
Okay, yeah, I can get behind that. Yeah, so I'd say like neutral.
Yeah, neutral good.
That's a pretty good alignment for him.
Yeah, such a good boy.
All right, coming up is another one that I don't actually really know.
Oh really?
I don't.
Well,
not well.
I'm gonna say this boy is chaotic without a doubt.
This is the pins and yes, okay.
Yeah, Charlie Day.
And It's Always Sunny.
It's
right?
Always Sunny. Yeah.
He's classic. Can we pull up the meme? Charlie Day meme.
Let's
just throw the meme.
Is it the mailroom one?
Yep. Can you give me some background on this episode?
Okay.
Another quick tangent. I promise.
I haven't watched It's Always Sunny, or actually, it's been a minute since I've seen this episode. But so basically, I think it's him and Mac. They're working in a mailroom, like an office mailroom, and Charlie essentially just kind of goes crazy. And he comes up with this theory, like he opens people's mail and like comes up with this completely non-existent theory of like shit that's going down.
Okay.
And he's chain smoking cigarettes the entire time, and it leads to that. And I think like that image just really captures it.
There's a reason it took off as a meme, huh?
Oh yeah, it's honestly so great. It works for so many things.
FAV, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've only seen like a couple. It's Always Sunny episodes. I definitely would place him, from what I know, like chaotic.
Oh, no doubt.
He's not chaotic evil. Because he's not like burning society. Like, if anyone's chaotic evil, it's Danny DeVito. But
Danny DeVito's great. Danny DeVito and I have the same birthday.
Trash man. Garbage.
There's an image of Danny DeVito labeled like Danny Dorito, and they drew him as a Dorito. It was pretty great.
I'd say chaotic neutral from what I understand. Because he's definitely...
I wouldn't say he's
not
evil.
Good.
He has evil tendencies, but he's alright.
If anything, he's probably a character that manages to fluidly fluctuate throughout the whole chaotic spectrum.
Well, honestly, just kind of jumps up and down depending on the time of day.
What a boy.
What a guy. So up next is, do you want to pull this one up? We'll frame it right.
The boy. Which unit? Which absolute unit?
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk.
So stop.
So let's talk. All right.
The elephant in the room. I'm mature. I'm an adult. So yeah, Dr. Manhattan.
I'm having to like really, because have you read the actual visual novel as well? See, I think I saw the movie once, but I read the novel as part of a college class.
Oh really?
Yeah, this was my literature class. And we spent like half of the semester on this book because there's actually so much to unwrap from it, but I don't remember any of our conversations hardly at this
Honestly,
point.
I don't disagree at all.
That was like 7 years ago.
It's a piece of work. Or well, no,
Like between the writing and then like the visuals and
so
just
great.
and the guy who made it's insane.
So great. I love it.
No, he's insane. But oh man, I feel like I'm gonna ask for more alignment questions again.
Okay, hit me with the boy.
I don't know. If anything, though, it's why does he go to the moon again?
It's been a minute for me too. But basically, I can't remember in the novel, but basically in like the cinematic movie or whatever, you know, his girlfriend, and just a whole lot of bullshit. Basically, he's like, I'm done with this shit. I'm going. I think is it the moon? I think it's Mars.
It's one of the two. It's not here.
God.
If anything, like I almost want to label him as true neutral because he stands above humanity of like omniscience.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he is a little bit chaotic at times. I don't think he's ever really like evil.
I don't find him chaotic.
Actually, maybe not chaotic, but
yeah, honestly, I view him as true neutral. He's kind of like an Ent to me, like, you know, from Lord of the Rings. Like I'm not really involved in this. Like I might have been human, but like I'm not anymore. I'm like sentient. I'm a sentient being.
See, I don't remember a lot of his actions. I remember him being like constantly like omniscient and there, and everyone's always talking like, "Oh, Dr. Manhattan this, Dr. Manhattan that." But it's like he himself, he's like he doesn't care about anyone.
Not really.
But himself. And he's just kind of I think the best version that I remember is just him sitting on the moon. And like that is Dr. Manhattan, just sitting in space alone.
Tired of our bullshit. He's like, I'm out. So yeah, I would honestly say he's true neutral.
And then I actually did want to bring up, because I did see this on the list that we made.
Okay.
But I think a big one to talk about, if you're talking about him, is let's see if I can type Rorschach.
Rorschach.
He's a good boy. He's the goodest of boys. I feel like Rorschach's one of those characters. It's like you see him like kind of at the beginning and at the end, and he's two different people, but he might be the same person, but it's like your understanding of him.
Yeah, you get a different viewpoint on him
different.
and like his inner workings and stuff like that.
Because I definitely want to say he's like, yeah, I think he's lawful for sure, because he's got principles and he's die hard, stick to them. And I really like I need to go back and re-watch or read Watchmen because I don't remember a lot of the events of it. I just remember like vague notions of the characters and how they operated.
I'm not too sure how accurate it's going to be. I know in October HBO's got Watchmen coming out, which I'm excited for. Honestly, I view Rorschach more along the lines of another vigilante. So I honestly I have him kind of more on the chaotic good spectrum. Because like
Chaotic good.
Yeah. Like I don't think he really cares about like law enforcement and that kind of stuff.
Actually, yeah, because good you care for other people, but chaotic you're going against society, right?
Chaotic is impulse. It doesn't necessarily have to do with anything about society, but it's more things are done on a whim, you know?
God, see, that's the thing though, is I'm struggling to remember if he did things like
I feel like he
on
did.
impulse.
I feel like he did, but I cannot remember at this point.
I don't even remember how he got the mask. Maybe I need to revisit this. Maybe Watchmen can be another we go watch it,
Honestly,
do research, and then like
dude,
unpack
I'd be
it
down.
entirely.
Like,
'Cause there's a lot
honestly,
there.
Yeah, we could do like a
It's
comparison
like Shrek,
between,
dude. There's a lot of layers involved.
It's like an onion.
No, it's like Shrek. The best movie out there. Don't at me. At is it's at Rainy Wolves on Twitter. If you want to talk Shrek, let's go. It's the best movie in the world.
Talk Shrek, get wrecked.
Oh, I love it. He really is love and life.
Oh God. But yeah, no. So, anyways, we should do like an episode comparing like the book, the movie, and the show because it's coming out soon. Might as well.
Wait, they have like a show coming out?
Mhm.
Wait, see, when you said HBO, you didn't mean like they're just gonna have the movie on the channel. They have like a show?
Mhm. My guy. It's okay. I'm here to educate you.
It comes out in October. Like, is it like binging in October, or is it episodes?
It's episodes.
Do you think it'll all be in one season? I hope so. But also, I hope not. Unless it's like hour-long episodes. Even then, I don't know. All right, well, I'm excited for something now. I'll have to keep an eye on that.
All right.
All right, who do we do? We should talk Star Wars? Maybe?
I feel like we've gone on a lot of tangents, and I feel like that's one that we could tangent about. I don't know if you want
to... I feel like with this first episode, too, it's a lot of like, we're doing like broad overall coverage.
Yeah.
And then you come back and you dissect individually.
Sure.
This guy here, right there. Why not?
I would say Solo's chaotic neutral. My guy.
Chaotic impulse. Neutral is observer, kinda.
I would say neutral is kind of more self-motivated than good, because good's kind of one of those like I care about everybody.
I wish I had seen. Did you see Solo?
Yes, I did.
Does that give like big character like development for him?
Not really. Like along girls, like yeah, kind of, but.
I mean, at the end of the day, he's a smuggler, so I mean, you have to take like his profession into account and everything like that.
He's a professional.
I mean, he's definitely not for society.
Oh no!
Like he goes completely under the Imperial belt, and I'm just trying to figure out if like, say maybe like early days Solo, because I never saw his prequel, if his motivations overall change between then and say like Force Awakens Solo.
I would say probably like Solo,
he like
Han
super
Solo, like young Han Solo. I would probably say he's more like true neutral. Like I don't think he cares like at all.
Okay.
But I would say, you know, once we get into like the main trilogy and stuff like
4,
that.
5, 6.
Yeah.
But then he goes chaotic neutral. I could see him chaotic neutral there, but then when you come back to like, you know, Ben and like Force Awakens, like he's super family motivated.
Yeah,
and like
I would say he changes a lot.
Life is long.
Dynamic character.
Well, life is long, and he lives quite a while.
I'm so sorry, Harrison Ford. I know you're over this.
He is. I'm sure. But so you'd say true neutral, and then I could agree that main trilogy chaotic neutral.
Mm-hmm.
But the real question is, where does he place in 7?
Silence. Honestly, probably I would say lawful good.
Awful good.
Yeah, because like I think at that point he has his own like moral code.
I would still say he's still neutral good though, because he's still against the Empire and everything. Like we're saying lawful good, we're going like with Empire kind of, because Empire is the society of the time.
I feel like this is
you have to go into the environment.
But I feel like you're taking the lawful part of it a little bit.
I mean,
too at like face value, because like
I mean, I know it's society in general, but I don't know. It's hard when you deal with space because it's really like
It's out
planet
there.
to planet. Everything's different. So you have to go off the general ecosystem of trade and conquest. At the end, he's still a smuggler. I don't think ever, even at the end of his days, he's still a smuggler. So he can't be lawful, but he could be neutral good. I can give it neutral good.
Okay, so neutral, chaotic, neutral good.
Deal. I'll live with it. I'll live with it.
All right, and then this next one is kind of more service to me.
I don't know anything about this character. I've never seen anything about it.
What?
Yeah, I've never watched any iterations or versions or
I'm literally
whatsoever.
reading the book right now. Saw the chapter.
Stephen
2.
King, man.
Oh,
I can't.
I want to make an episode about Stephen King. I have some words to say, or not words to say, but jokes to make. Honestly,
He's spooky. It's a lot of cocaine.
Are you talking about him or Stephen?
Stephen King. Stephen King, a lot of cocaine. I mean, what? How else do you make Pennywise?
How else do you make a giant space turtle?
Excuse me? What movie is that? Or what book is that in?
It's in it. Yeah, I think it is when they developed the space turtle, which I can't remember his name right now. I'm only halfway through rereading it, so I'm sorry I don't remember.
There's a
his name.
space turtle in
Yeah,
it? Maybe I do need to watch this movie.
Well, it's not in the movie because it's more of like a cosmic being, and it's not really something. I mean, Pennywise is cosmic too, but like it's hard. It's difficult. But
What
yeah.
am I getting myself involved in here? He's cosmic? I thought he's just a serial killer clown bitch.
No, he's like an eater of worlds. Like literally.
I feel I've been lied to.
By who?
Myself.
Okay.
Alright, well, give me your alignment for Pennywise, because I'm just sitting here dumbfounded at the fact that he's a cosmic planet-eating the goat, man. He's the goat.
Yeah.
He's a cosmic goat.
Okay. I would say chaotic evil. He's honestly just here to fuck with people. Like,
does he work for the turtle though?
No, I wouldn't say like honestly, like they're kind of like enemies for lack of like honestly, like they're like true opposites. Kind of like light and dark.
I'm actually curious about it now because I thought it was just some weird clown dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, I tried
I've never heard anything about it.
The movie with me so we could like do a review on it for the podcast because like views and fun. But he said no, he doesn't like spoopy things. It's not that spoopy. I think you would like it. But yeah, it's
I might be
wild.
curious enough.
It's
I might be
wild.
curious enough. Maybe.
If you got 44 hours, listen to the book on audio tape.
No. I do not have 44 hours. I have a lot of time. I don't have that time. All right. Here we go.
I mean, I guess you could say this person is also cosmic in some kind of way. I think he's gonna outlive us all, honestly.
I definitely think he's everyone's spirit animal.
I don't know about everybody's, but
Just about.
just
Look
about.
at that. Look at that face. He's the world's greatest boss. Right there. Oh no, I'm trying to remember. What's
Prison
his
Mike?
name? Prison Mike.
Yep,
There we go.
with the Dementors
The Dementors.
in prison.
Oh god. The Office is a phenomenal show.
It really is.
But I don't think like Michael Scott goes through like a good amount of changes, but like overall, if you go alignment changes, he doesn't shift like at all.
Mm-mm.
Now I just need to figure out though where, because he's definitely chaotic, but I think chaotic good. If I had to say like my best shot, probably chaotic good.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, he only hits Meredith with his car by accident.
There's so much. There's so much that happens in that show, but I think no matter what throughout time, everything he does is off impulse. But he's for the most part not thinking of himself. He's thinking about
He's
everybody.
thinking about Office, literally.
He's thinking literally about being
Except for the Willy Wonka episode where he like tries to just frame Dwight and then it kind of blows up in his face because it was a good idea. You know what I mean?
The what episode?
The Willy Wonka idea.
I'm trying to remember what that idea is.
So he puts like 5 golden tickets in like the papers, and you know, he puts them in boxes of papers right next to each other. So they all end up to the same customer, which is one of their biggest customers, and each ticket's like 10% off a whole year. And it doesn't say one per customer, so it's like 50% off their entire year's worth of product from Dunder Mifflin. And at first it seems like it's a bad thing because you're losing 50% of your sales from like one of your biggest clients. But then
it ends up ordering a shit ton of favor.
Yeah, they end up making Dunder Mifflin like their exclusive provider or whatever. So it ends up being a really good move. And so Michael originally tries.
I think The Office is definitely could be another one where, and that's one I don't really need to. I'm probably don't need to rewatch it. Like I've seen it a decent amount of times. It's just one you could probably take small snippets, and then talk about the characters and how they develop and things like that. I could go in on The Office.
Oh, I could too, man.
But I'd say chaotic good. Yeah. Michael Scott is chaotic good.
He's your boy. And then up next, we got Peter Parker, which is always a fun time.
Thinking about Creed.
Wait, what?
Creed, the character.
Oh, man.
Trying to figure out where he would align. Peter Parker. I want Spider-Man. See, so we could even talk about different iterations too, because there's so many different Peter Parkers. Like if you go in on, say, Tom Holland, the good boy.
I'm gonna get outed.
Why?
I kind of refuse to watch Marvel movies at this point.
Boof.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, so I haven't seen Homecoming or anything. I've only seen him in like Avengers.
Okay.
And from what I could tell, he's a decent Spider-Man.
Okay.
I would say, I mean, no matter what, Spider-Man, he's going to be kind of on the good spectrum. I would put him more probably like... Tom Holland's probably the closest to lawful good as far as the Spider-Mans go.
I'm going to trust you on that.
What's the other... Not Tobey Maguire, because Tobey Maguire... Okay, so
right?
Tobey Maguire... I would say is neutral good.
Oh my god, I haven't like rewatched any of like the Spider-Man movies in a really long time.
Oh, Andrew Garfield? Is that the one you said? Is that his name?
That's like the Sony
he is
one with,
he is
Emma
the
Stone.
I would say he is the truest to Peter Parker besides Enter the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
because
that's such a good
like that is Peter Parker. Peter Parker is the good. He's chaotic good. I would say true Peter Parker is chaotic good.
Yeah. I would say so.
And then Deadpool is chaotic neutral.
Yeah, I would say so.
Because I'd say those two characters, their writing goes like hand in hand. They're like kind of two sides of a coin, but he's not quite evil. He's just straight up. He's ADD and unkillable.
Yeah.
A lot of thoughts on Deadpool.
Okay.
My 3 alignments. If you had to do a spread of Peter Parker, there it is. Lawful good. Tom Holland, neutral good.
So
Tobey Maguire, chaotic good. The true Peter Parker.
Right?
Yeah, essentially. Because they're always pretty much good. I mean, it's Spider-Man, but they definitely fall in different parts in the way they were written.
Yeah.
All right. The boys. Let's talk about both of them. Let's just
pull them up together.
Yep. We're going to just pull them up. All right, and boom. Let's and boom, there we go.
So for me, I personally, I feel like Walter White is a hard one for me because he changes
He
so
does.
much. I feel like he's a very dynamic character.
Are you saying Jesse does not?
I would Jesse does change, but I don't feel like
Not as drastic.
Yeah, not as drastic.
Okay. So I've only watched Breaking Bad once.
Same. And
So I only watched it once.
Came out.
Well, I watched it. I binge watched it like years afterwards, and I stopped about like maybe 4 episodes shy because my favorite character died, and I was like, "This show's garbage. I'm leaving." But I've seen the last episode though, so I know how it ends. But there's like a 3-episode gap I haven't seen that I don't care to watch.
That's such a weird gap to have, but okay, yeah, word.
No, I mean he definitely Walter is definitely like he's so influenced by his cancer and how it's gonna affect his family, and then like trying to get money, but then he just goes too deep in the game. So I mean he definitely has like high points and low points.
And I think honestly, like for a little bit, I can't remember if it's like, you know, all the way through the end, but I would say like his ego gets involved a lot. I think like being Big Boss Man.
I don't like Walter White.
But
I don't think you're really supposed to like Walter White.
Yeah, I would have to agree. He's written so well though.
That's well written, well acted.
Yeah.
Bravo. Got the point across. But yeah, I
honestly
do not.
He changes so much. Like,
all right, so if we have to do beginning, middle, end.
Oh my god, dude! I have.
Where's he start with the cancer?
6 years.
Who cares? He's got cancer. He starts making.
I would say like episode 1, like diagnosed. I'm dying. I would say he's like chaotic good. You know, he's trying to do the right thing, but you know.
I'd say in the moment,
in his way.
I'd say he starts between lawful and neutral good. Like Act 1 start, and then enter meth, chaotic good.
Okay.
Enter, I can make money doing this, quick shift.
Yeah, hard shift to.
I mean, he kind of has to though. I mean, he moves to survival at that point. Everything he does starts being survival. If anything, he's like maybe just neutral in things. At like a base value.
I don't honestly I don't think I would characterize Walter White as neutral in like any standpoint.
But I would never characterize. I don't know if I'd characterize him as good. Maybe the beginning.
Yeah.
Maybe the very beginning.
Yeah.
He's just very selfish. Where do you put selfish people?
I wouldn't say he's selfish. Like, well, I mean,
He's selfish.
Honestly, I'm throwing this boy on chaotic evil, and I'm calling it a day for myself because this hurts my brain to think about.
I'll throw him in neutral evil or chaotic neutral. No, because I mean, maybe lawful evil.
Doesn't he straight up like burn a guy's face off?
Maybe lawful evil. He burns dead bodies in vats.
Guys, like
I'd say lawful evil. Maybe. What's lawful evil again?
I do this because of my principle. Like, I'm gonna kill the puppy according to my principles.
Lawful evil.
Yeah.
I'd say lawful evil.
Yeah.
Because he's like, hey, I'm doing this for my family and myself, you know. And I'd say lawful evil. Moving to Jesse though.
Okay.
Look at that good boy, right there. Nice, relaxed. He definitely. I mean, he starts druggy. Like he's definitely chaotic.
I mean,
at the beginning.
Let's get
maybe throughout it.
Deep real quick.
Deeper.
But you know, does druggy equal evil? I don't think it does. Like,
I don't think it equals evil. I said chaotic.
Oh, okay.
Chaotic. You start moving into the impulse square, and I mean, by the end of it, he's just like, man, leave me alone. That's a big thing from what I understand of him. He's just, boy, get out of my life, leave me alone.
I didn't sign up for this shit.
Exactly. He falls in love. She gags on her own vomit off an overdose. That's great. Spoiler, I guess. Throwing that one out there.
It was nasty, both like emotionally and like as a watcher, it was gross. Great acting though. I believed it.
It was very good.
Just take a cut of all the ums. Make it 20-minute video.
No, but ooh. I'd say by the end he's chaotic good, maybe.
Honestly, I think he's a chaotic good character, like through and through. Yeah. Like I don't think
I could say that. I could see that.
I feel like, you know, most of the situations like where he hurts somebody or anything like that, it's kind of more like do or die.
Because he's also impulsively doing meth on and off throughout the whole show, and you know that doesn't exactly make a stable mind state.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a lot to juggle.
Absolutely. All right, I'm okay with chaotic good. Chaotic good. I'd say lawful evil, chaotic good, maybe.
For Jesse? Okay.
For left and right, you know. Lawful evil, chaotic good.
Yeah, I would say so.
They're the yin and yang to each other. A little bit.
A little bit.
All right.
Okay, this next one you came up with, and I think I know who this is. I think they're blue.
What?
Yeah.
What? Look at this man. This is the peak specimen.
Is it really?
That is. See at the bottom here. Megamind is the perfect superhero movie for young children.
How old are you?
A young children.
Young children, okay. I mean, honestly, like I like his studded like what are
How many times have you seen this movie?
I think maybe once, if at all.
Wow. Definitely need to see Megamind.
I guess I do.
It's rewatch it. It's on Netflix right now.
I know.
They just brought it into Netflix. Worth your hour and a half falling asleep or whatever. I would say Megamind. He's chaotic good. I'd throw him up there with chaotic good.
I mean, obviously, I've maybe seen this once. I'm genuinely don't know. I think if I remember correctly, either from the trailer or the one time I might have seen this, he's kind of like one of those villains that kind of goes good, right? Kind of, but like he's like a quirky villain, you know, like he messes.
Quick plot synopsis,
right?
The quick synopsis is from a different planet. So is the superhero good guy. They fight all throughout growing up. Good versus evil. They have the power struggle. The superhero gets a little fed up with it. Megamind wins. And then evil wins and takes over the city, and then he realizes that it's no fun being a villain.
If there's nobody like fighting,
there's no one to fight against you. And then there's like romantic love interests, and it's a really underrated, well-written movie. Watch it. It's on Netflix right now.
Okay.
But it's a good movie. It definitely, and so it involves trying to create a new person to fight against, and just a whole bunch of different things. I'd say he's a well-written character. Chaotic good. Maybe. No, I'd say chaotic good. At least by the end of
it. It's a children's movie. Like, the villain's not going to do anything like too graphic. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Sure. I'm hopeful.
Watch Megamind.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this next character?
Boy, you single-handedly know I've cosplayed from this comic / movie multiple times.
I don't actually know.
Oh, well.
Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, boy.
Here, let's throw the boy up there. Look at little Michael's there. Oh.
Tangent. Side quest. So I was playing Man of Medan last weekend, which you already know about because I talked about it. I think I actually sent this to you, but in like one of like the picture frames / like clues that your character can pick up, I swear to God, it's Michael Cera. I swear to God, it looks exactly like him.
Wait, didn't you send a Snapchat of little Michael Cera? The Snapchat
was from that video.
From the game, yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Michael Cera.
It does look like Michael Cera. I could see it. I could see it. I don't know.
Michael Cera.
But Scott Pilgrim as a character. And I don't. Did you read the comics at all?
Yeah.
Does the movie do the comics justice, or is the same character, or is one a little more well tailored for congruent storytelling.
So I don't know if you know this, but like the movie came out while the comics were still coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So like obviously it's writing. There's differences no matter what. I would say honestly Michael Cera is probably the perfect person to play Scott Pilgrim.
Okay.
And honestly, I think it might just be because I really like Mary Elizabeth Winstead, but I think she does great as Ramona Flowers as well. I think nah, never mind. But I would probably say that Scott Pilgrim, he just doesn't have a clue. Is how I would leave it. I would say he thinks that he's good, but I don't think he's like a good person. He's not like a bad
Would you say he's like lawful neutral? Or is he more like chaotic good?
I wouldn't put him in the. I wouldn't put him
chaotic
in the good spectrum. I think he's too selfish to be a good character. Because like
that's what I'm saying. Where do you put a selfish character?
That would be more along the lines of like a neutral person, unless like they got like a vendetta, like I'm gonna mess people up and I'm gonna hurt them. But like if it's more like I'm just like a selfish person, I would kind of put them more along the neutral side. Like I'm doing what works for me.
So like lawful neutral?
I would say yeah. His motivators kind of stay pretty constant. Girls.
Yeah. Ramona Flowers.
Yeah. Knives.
So does
and his ex, who I'm spacing on her name. She changes her name.
Are they in the movie?
Yeah, they're in the movie. She's the chick in the band. You know, where Scott and her used to date, and then she left him because she got into like this big band label. Now she's dating the vegan.
Yeah. I should watch Scott Pilgrim again.
Oh, that's great. I think that's still on Netflix too.
I would say lawful neutral though.
Yeah, I would say because his motivations stay the same, and I don't know if you noticed, but right under I put Ramona Flowers. I honestly thought, you did pull them up together.
Yeah, Ramona Flowers.
So with Ramona Flowers, I think especially for people who have only watched the movie, it's kind of hard to get like a view on her because
she's definitely more. She's the structure for the movie. Like she's like, hey, guess what? I'm the driving force, but you don't really get anything about what makes Ramona Flowers tick. So I'm kind of in the dark on her. She's just the backbone of the story to me.
Well, honestly, I think it's mostly because of it's written in like Scott's perspective, and without a doubt, I think Scott
are the comics in Scott's perspective. Okay.
Is he kind of views, I think, most girls, especially Ramona, as like a manic pixie dream girl, and I don't believe that Ramona Flowers is a manic pixie dream girl. I think that's just how Scott views her. Yeah, I mean. You look lost.
Explain.
Okay. So a manic pixie dream girl, which is what I'm assuming you're confused about, yes?
I'd just like extra information. It's less confused and just more I'd like to hear more about what that is and why.
Wait, so do you know what a manic pixie dream girl is?
No.
Okay. So a manic pixie...
Like the words themselves like make sense together, but I would like further
it's like
in the trope.
Yeah,
it sounds like a trope.
It's a film trope, or I guess a writing trope, or whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
But so basically it is a female character that is solely written for the male counterpart. Like, she doesn't really have any of her own interests or any of her own thoughts or anything like that. She's just like, solely there to be like, wow, hi guy, you're amazeballs. I am a very two-dimensional character.
Yeah, it's there to be bubbly and do nothing.
Mm-hmm. Which I feel like that's...
No, I wouldn't say that's Ramona Flowers, at least from what I understand of her.
Yeah, no, but I feel like that's how, she's written or like portrayed in Scott's perspective.
I think it's kind of true, yeah, because it's like, it does make you have to question like how much true fact you're getting about the world around Scott, because even in just general basic scenes, at least of the movie, and they did a good job portraying it, just like the text you see floating around, or like, you know, the simple cheesy stuff of like, oh, I'm grabbing a life, one up grabs it. But those are fabrications kind of made around himself.
In his mind, is this a reliable narrator kind of deal? Which I don't think he is. Sorry, Scott, I love you, I think you're great, but he's very much he's not reliable in my opinion. Honestly, I wouldn't say that there's any reason to think that Ramona's not like a good character, you know?
Yeah.
I think maybe she might be chaotic good. I think she does a lot of things impulsively, like dating Scott.
That's true. You want to put her on the neutral character, though? You want to make her a true neutral or anything like that?
I don't think she's selfish, though. Like, I think...
But isn't it like true neutral, like just the observer? Like she's kind of there, like she has actions she takes on herself, but she's kind of like...
See, I don't...
Which one was the one? I'm here because it entertains me.
That is chaotic neutral.
I get that vibe.
See, I don't know. Like, maybe it might just be because, like, I'm a girl, and once again, I do really like Ramona as a character. But like, I don't know. I don't really view her as a selfish character. I feel like the entire time she's trying to better herself, but like not necessarily in a selfish way. Like, you know, she's trying to get new experiences and do new things.
I feel like she just like observes a lot of things happening. But like she also like lets Scott know like at the beginning, like, hey, I have evil exes, you need to defeat them, but I'm gonna do nothing.
Well, no, she fights some of them, and then she also has her like hammer thing and her just magic purse like Mary Poppins.
Now is that a comic thing?
Yeah, it's a comic thing.
That's a comic thing. Okay, the movie Ramona Flowers.
In the movie, they have the hammer too, and it does pull out of her bag, but it's like for 5 seconds.
Yeah, it's a quick snippet.
Yeah.
I can see chaotic good or chaotic neutral. I'm like on the fence between those two, honestly.
See, and like, I would not recommend this at all, because there's the 9x9, which is what we're going off of, and then there's a 5x5.
The Punnett square.
Yeah, where it kind of has a little bit more subcategories, which I personally I feel like it works better, but it
probably does.
So much more confusing. Also, like they're actually it's one of those things where
it's one of those things. I feel like if they don't fall into the 9 square, the 3x3, then try and find where you're in between.
Yeah,
and refer to the second diagram.
Yeah. But yeah, so let's go with a chaotic neutral.
Chaotic gray.
Chaotic gray. Okay. Next.
I'm gonna skip that one for now. I feel like we're kind of getting to the point, and it's been well, I think, over an hour at this point.
Yeah, it definitely has. I think I'm not too sure though, but yeah.
I might save some of these ideas for later.
Yeah, we can do part 2. I think this makes like a good ending point.
Absolutely.
Question mark?
I would say so, because there's definitely some in here that could definitely cause tangents quite like again easily.
Yep.
And there's also like there's plenty. I'm not sure. I haven't even thought too hard about other pop culture. And then essentially from that point, so it's like episode 2 will probably be more alignments, figuring out who has the most tangents, and then develop episodes chasing tangents. Try and stray away from tangents like that, but maybe Scott Pilgrim will be a good one to like actually analyze and go into. And
I mean, honestly, this is called the Idiot Side Quest for a reason. We're gonna talk about what we want. It's not gonna be on your main quest. It's not on the itinerary. We're just gonna go with the flow.
Absolutely. I'm easily distracted. I'm just wave in front of me. I'm ready to go.
But so yeah, this has been the Idiot Side Quest once again. I hope you guys enjoyed our quest for this week. And
thanks for hanging out.
Sorry for the people who don't watch Game of Thrones.
It's coming up though.
There's
gonna be a Game of Thrones episode.
There's gonna be a Game of Thrones episode. So signing off. See you guys later.
See you next week.